Hey guys, Smart Ninja 000. Today we are going to be working on a new Minecraft map. Um, so yeah. So if you've been on my channel before, you would know. Is that sounded? Yeah, that sounded. That this channel focuses on command blocks, and we're actually working on a different map called Piston Wars, and that's for 1.13. But we're going to be switching over since 1.13's date or release date is pushed back because of the aquatic update. And there's not much we can really do on that map. We have to just sort of wait. A few more features, and I think we can probably get a few more videos out of that. But we're going to start a new map. This is actually going to be for 1.12. We're going to try and finish this as quickly as possible, so you can expect a lot of videos over the next few days where we work on this, because we want to get this out before 1.13 is released. So, yeah. Now the title of this map is going to be called Slow-Mo. It is going to basically be a collection of classic minigames. So there'll be Dropper, there will be Spleef, and there will be TNT Run, or I don't know what it's called, but basically when you run on the blocks slowly they disappear. There'll be all those, except they're going to be based around slowness and the slowness effect. So I think it'll be really cool. So in today's video we're going to start with, first we're going to start with making an area for command blocks, which is what we're actually going to do here. This will be our command block area. So we're going to want to make a map. Now, this slowness theme is going to go for, we're going to do Spleef first. We're going to have different, basically you're going to have a constant slowness of slowness 1 when you start off, and you get your wood pickaxe. Well, when you first start off, you're going to be in the map, so you can run around just so it guarantees that you don't die right away. And then you'll get slowness 1, your wooden pickaxe. And you'll get slowness 2, and a stone pickaxe. And you'll get slowness 3, and an iron pickaxe. You'll get slowness 4, and a diamond pickaxe. Then you'll freeze, and then you'll basically get, and you'll keep with slowness 4, but I'll switch to a gold pickaxe, because gold pickaxes are actually the fastest. So we need to start with the maps. So why don't we set up some sort of block that we can use as death. So I'm thinking it's obviously going to be played in adventure mode. So I'm thinking we use blue wool. Now we need to come up with an idea or a theme for this map. So we have a couple different options. But it needs to be that you can break it with. So it needs to be basically everything needs to be made out of a stone breakable tool, which is really nice because we have all these colors to use. So I'm not too worried. But wool you won't be able to break. You'll be able to break concrete and all that good stuff. So I think, why don't we start off with just making a platform that you're going to start on. And I think this is a good size. We have about 2 by 2 chunks, it looks like, which is pretty nice. And actually, you know what? I think we should. You're not going to play it here. You'll probably play it over at like Y100 or something. But so why don't we actually? Well, or you know what? We can just come over to a new chunk. We'll build the map over here. So we want to make it a 2 by 2 chunk. The reason that is because that will fit into a structure block. It can also be 2 chunks tall. Now, if I can just, there it is. So if I set a block here, set block, I'm going to set this to stone. Now if you don't know how to do command blocks, this is probably going to be the series you really want to watch, because this will be, that's too high. This will be showing off all the previous commands, the ones that are going to be changed, like the old execute and stuff. Alright, you know what? No, it needs to be in the same chunk. So this is 0, 0, or... Alright, so if you see chunk, we're looking at 12. Oh wait, no, that's our coordinates. So we are at 1, 15, 0. Actually, oh my gosh, I'm not good at this, guys. We want to be below it. So now we're at 0, 15, 0. So this one chunk, and we want to fill this to, when we come over here, it looks like about here. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we just set block, stone. We can position this correctly. That's actually perfect. So this is 0, 15, 0. Yeah, okay, so now we're going to fill this with stone. A bit of a lag spike because, and then we want to make sure all this is in chunk, which it all is. Oh, you know what? Okay, so structure blocks can hold 2 chunks. This is 4 chunks though. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means if we're going to load the map, we're going to need 2 structure blocks, but I think they'll be fine. Structure blocks are cool. Now, obviously, we don't want this map to be a square. It needs to look nice. So we have a couple different options. We can make it so when you stand on a block, which we would do blue wall in this case, or something, it kills you. Puts you in spectator mode, which would definitely be easier. Or we can make it so you fall in the world or into lava or something. But I think we're going to do the wall just because, like I said, it's easier. Now I don't want to put you in barrier blocks, so we will need a method just in case you don't fall in the wall. So if you do die, or we can make it so if you get lower than a certain height. Why am I doing? Now we need to come up with a theme for this. So I'm thinking we could do some sort of it's slowness themed. Slowness, witch, swamp. So I'm thinking we could do some sort of cool swamp theme. So we could use mycelium. Mycelium looks swampy, right? Yeah. Mycelium, and then we can make it sponge. Oh, you know what though? No, we can't do mycelium. So we could also make a cave theme. We're going to set some game rules right now. Do daylight cycle false. Do weather cycle false. We could do a cave theme, and that could definitely be cool. Or we could do a castle theme, but you know, just talking about the different options, I think we're going to stick to a castle theme. Castles are always great. Everyone loves castles. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up. Alright, so green. This could be our green. It's really bright though, so why don't we use this one? So we can use multicolored walls. So this can be void. Black can go for void, I guess. Now we're just gonna, you know, why don't we start with the actual structure? So we want a moat, and why don't we center this? So center blocks are here. So there's void under this. Why don't we make this, how big should we make the castle? Maybe 8 by 8, so this is 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, it looks like a tic-tac-toe board. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, that doesn't look too bad. Now again, it's slowness themed, so we're going to have to, we don't want a big map because it could take extremely long to get to someone. Okay, now we're going to want to put, how do we want to put a, we want to make it look like it's light gray. This kind of looks stone-like, right? We could definitely do something like this. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to make this longer. It's the main attraction. We can work on the mode later. It's the main attraction, so we want it to be pretty big. Alright, so now the thing about spleef is you usually have to make it pretty thick. And that is just because of the fact that you can't just have it so they mine one block and they fall down, especially since we're not having multiple layers. Now we have a couple different options. We could make power-ups spawn, we could make it so you have a double jump, we have lots of cool different abilities we can incorporate with this, but I'm thinking we want to stick with everyone's equal. So I think we're going to try and stick with normal spleef, but with the slowness. And your pickaxe slowly getting better, because if I go into survival and I break this, you can see it takes a bit of time for you to actually break some blocks under them. Now if I give myself, or you know what, if I go into creative, and if I just upgrade my pick, it makes a big difference. Here, let me just gold and wood, so I can't spell. So if we start with this, you can see it takes a bit of time. If we go to stone, that's faster, pretty fast, really fast. I didn't even get a gold is the fastest pickaxe in Minecraft. In case you weren't sure, now you will get unbreakable picks, so you don't have to worry about them breaking, which would be kind of hilarious. But no, we're not going to have any of that. So I'm thinking we make this like 3 block. Okay. Oh, and you know what might be cool? Now, when you're playing this game, we're going to turn tile drops off, just because. Just to make it a little bit. We have stone in Minecraft. I don't need to use this. I don't need an artificial stone. We have actual stone in Minecraft. Yep. So now we can start on the actual castle. So for the castle, we're going to want to do something like this. Now we can't actually use wood because wood breaks too slowly. But what we can do is we can mimic wood by using the concretes. So we can make an entrance here. 4. And maybe extend this out a bit like this. Now inside we want this to look nice, so we're going to use some artificial grass. Building the map is probably going to be the hardest bit. Command blocks, it's going to be pretty simple. We're just going to have a clock. I don't want to do all the command blocks off screen, but I'm going to do, or off camera, but I'm going to try and do most of them off camera. And the reasoning behind that is because the other map making series is where we're going to really focus on this. It's going to focus more on my building skills and just trying to be creative when you think about it. Because we can't use wood. We can only use blocks that you break quicker with a pickaxe. So it gets pretty difficult. Now we do have a really nice color palette. Even if we use like sand or something, or even if we used blocks you can break by shovels, we still have nice. Only thing we don't really have nice of is wood, but there's not that many wood blocks, so it doesn't really matter to us. And we're using this, so again, we don't really care about that too much. Now, for this, we're going to extend this out a bit. How do we do that? It's just... Okay, I think I see. So it's just... That's what we did. Now, we're not going to fill it exactly, which might be smarter in... but for beginning, we're just going to... That's 2 blocks thick, but this is 3 blocks. Well, we just... Alright. Alright, so now there's a bit of a tiny castle, which is okay because we want to have other buildings too. Now, we're going to want iron bars. Iron bars you can break, and they're nice decoration. If you look at that, that doesn't look too shabby. Although it does make it look a little bit like a prison, but oh well, I don't think that looks too bad. I think maybe we could do something like this. See, it's really hard to just build with such a limited use of blocks, because I mean we could definitely make a very nice castle being able to use wood for extra detail, we could use fences, But with this, we don't really have the option, which is, first off, it's not going to make it easier, but we have to try and make it look nice while only using, well, a limited number of different resources. But it's a cool challenge, so besides, I think it will be worth it in the end, the end result. Why don't we do this? We don't want it symmetrical, but symmetry does make builds look better. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put a window here like this. And then we can put on this side, we can make a longer window. And this was getting pretty tall. It's actually only 4 blocks tall right now, but I don't want the builds to be too big. I don't want you staircasing up. Now I'll probably give you some ender pearls, just so you can actually get around, or you know what, no ender pearls. So we don't want this too big. Actually, you know what, I'm going to shave this down. Now we can't use the fences for the top, or for a gate, which is a little bit annoying because fences are really nice for gates. Now we're going to get our slabs, and this is already getting pretty tall. Now it's actually not going to be that tall, just because remember there will be lots of floor and stuff. And why don't we actually do some drawbridge stuff right now? So for the drawbridge, what we're going to do is the drawbridge is going to be pretty unique. We're going to do this, which is water coming around it. Oh, you know what? Let's put some grass here like this. Now remember, this is spleef, so it's going to be pretty. What's a block you can easily break? Oh, I don't know. Now I do have some ideas for custom things. I mean, I wanted to be classic, but slowness based. It's supposed to be that you move slowly, everything's done slowly. I just need to make this I just need to make it like bulky around the edges of this. This should all be switched over to water. But I do want some custom features. Now normal spleef, you just mine this snow and whatnot, and they fall into lava after a couple layers. But remember, this needs to be slowness based, and I think we're not doing a bad job of it. Of course, it's kind of hard to make a spleef slowness based. I wanted it to be original. I wanted it to look nice, so just keep that in mind when I'm working on this. But what we're going to do is the water, you can actually walk on the water, but I think I'm going to make it 2 layers thick, which is 1 above the, you know what, just to make it easier. Prepare for a little lag spike. We're going to fill from here to here with wool, and I believe it, how well do I know my data values? Perfect. I didn't want water. I wanted we're gonna do something like this. Alright, and then okay, just something like this, and I think I'm just gonna cut and get back to it once I have a bit of a base around it. Okay, so now we have this sort of little thick 2-block thick thing. Now underneath this there's actually, and underneath this there's actually water, but I think they'll be fine. I'm not super worried about it. Now what we have to do is now we want to make dark water. Now dark water you won't be able to stand on. It will just kill you, and we're just going to use blue wool for that. Now you'll notice this is going to be really hard to place, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to come over to here, do a little copy fill command, and the reason I'm doing that is because Now, I believe it is wool, and I believe it is 12. Is here? No. 11, so close. Uh-oh. There we go. Now this is nice and easy to fix because we just have to come over to the little extra bits, which isn't even that much, and break them. Once we have a basis of what. Now remember, this is all going to be very fast-paced, and you won't even be able to break these because your pickaxe won't have a can break tag. But remember, when you start off the game, you'll just be mining blocks, and you can't break fast. Like, you break slowly. This isn't, yeah, okay. Like, you will be breaking slowly. Iron bars take a long time. So, it's definitely very slow paced at the beginning. Then it will switch over. And once you get to iron, it's going to be pretty fast. Now, it's going to start off moving faster and then eventually move slower. So, like, you'll get your from wood to stone is faster than diamond to gold. And the reason we're going to do it like that is just, I don't know, I think that's cool. It could all be at the same time, but I think it makes more sense and stuff to do it not at the same time. Now, drawbridge, that's not bad. Now we have to build that on the other side. Again, we have to use blocks that pickaxes are targeted towards. That way you can break them faster no matter what you have. You're like better pick, faster break. Now we need to start with the normal land. And I think we're going to want to, why don't we actually, let's see, so we're going to want to put, I'm trying to think. Why don't we actually finish this castle? It's not done yet. We can bring this up a bit. Bring the towers up definitely. Now this little area right here is going to stay lower, but now we need our good old slabs. I think we were about to do this, but then we decided, but then we just didn't. You know what? We're going to need steps because it's an even number. Even numbers are harder to work with usually, and in this case they are. Not bad. Like that. Again, not symmetrical, but it definitely adds another dimension to it. Like that. And lastly, we're gonna do boom, boom. You know what? For this last bit, I'm gonna raise the two back towers. Just up one. I think that could look nice. And boom, 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 boom. Perfect. How is that? Oh, that looks not bad. At least I don't think it does. Okay, now we need to start with the actual build around it. This is the main castle. Oh, you know what? Where's our slabs? We had slabs, yeah. No, don't like that. Like that. Yeah, I think this could work. Obviously, it's not perfect, but we have, again, limited blocks, limited space, and it needs just to look half decent, which I think it does. Actually, no, that might add another dimension. Some more 3D. What do I think of this? You know, I like this. A couple water ripples here and there. Up, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I think that could definitely work. Okay, well, we still have a bit of work to do. But I am just gonna do just a little bit more stuff before I end the video. The videos don't want to be too long. This is supposed to represent some sort of path, maybe. Put some vegetation up there. And, ooh, you know what might look nice? Oh, I do like that idea. Brown and dark green. We can put a tree here. Now, if I know my Minecraft correctly, trees, Minecraft, look something like this. Is really bulky. Beautiful. Not bad. Do like this. Don't like that. Definitely fits nicely into the way it looks. Think it doesn't look too bad. We have a lot more work to do. I will work on this map off camera, come back to it, show you guys what it looks like. I definitely like the slight additions, like down here the iron. I'd probably do some more stuff like that. Gotta put something in this castle. Can't just have an empty castle, you know what I mean? Maybe a chair or something. Then we're going to put some more trees, maybe a couple houses or so. But it's pretty much going to look like this. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the first episode of map being slow-mo, that's what this is going to be called. It's going to be called map being, or making slow-mo. I'll work on a title. And then the other one will be called map being Piston Wars. I think we'll do it like that. Map being slow-mo and map being Piston Wars. That's what the map's called. Next, I'm probably going to show you this. Then we're going to work on command blocks. Because something like the TNT run, I don't know, that will be a lot easier. We don't have to make a map for that. I'll finish this up, save it in a structure block, and then we can and then dropper I'm going to actually get some help with. But that's pretty much it for the first episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you want to see more of this, then be sure to write that in the comments. Any suggestions of other games, maybe I can make it more than just these three, that I should add, then that would be great. Again, we're still going to be working on Piston Wars, but this is just our replacement while we wait for 1.13 to come out. This is going to be a shorter series. We're going to try and get this done as quickly as possible. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another episode. Bye.